So what you have to do is keep preparing professionally. What's been the sort of area that you've worked on this week in your training session? You might have one or two missing, but you still got to do that work.
Well, there's no one specific area. We've got to work across the board. You know, I think last week against Sheffield Wednesday, I thought we were competitive. I thought we passed the ball well at times, but didn't test the goalkeeper enough. So that's one area. And obviously we conceded 2 goals, so that's both ends of the pitch, if you like. So, you know, it's not as simple as just that either. We work on individuals and what they need, or a group of individuals. So we've been focusing on that as well.
It was never going to be a shot here, there, and everywhere last weekend, if you know what I mean, in terms of attacking play, because of what you got available. So you can give a little bit of leniency to that, but if the forwards are coming back, you will expect more improvement now. Yeah,
like I say, with the last Lincoln game, Sheffield Wednesday game, we were going to both games with different players, and it's ended up on the pitch in both them games. So whoever turns out on Saturday, one, we hope they're fit and available in the first instance and can get on the pitch. And secondly, we do hope that they'll score more goals. So that's the plan.
How do you go about your Christmas period with your players? Do you have your chats and do you give them some time off? What's your planning with them? Because it is a time to enjoyment, but you've got to be, as you've said many times, you've got to P in front of your name. It's professional.
Yeah, there's more so now than ever. Not because it's Christmas, more so because there's COVID. Every player's got to prepare as if they're playing the game, because they might just end up playing the game. Then when you factor in Christmas on top and the potential pitfalls and festivities that can bring, you've got to be ultra cautious and ultra professional. And if everyone does that, then we've got a chance, and I'm talking across the piece to all football clubs here, you've got a chance playing games of football. You're not going to fall foul. Sometimes that's inevitable or unfortunate, but you can certainly put yourself in positions that makes it more likely that you aren't as professional as you should be. Whether that's going to a house party, for example, that's not great, is it, this time of year? Let's be honest, it's not the worst, but certainly with COVID, I'm not sure that's the most professional thing to do. Just as an innocuous example, where your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or husband is, come on, let's go there. Well, actually, I don't think I can. Just give them my apologies, you go, kind of thing. Don't bring anything back with you. Unless it's a box of roses or something. And, because it's an important time. It's an important time for everyone at this football club.
Do you give them the day off at Christmas? I know your players coming in, one or two travelling, or what do you think? It's not easy, that one, is it, at times?
It's definitely not easy, and it's not easy this year. We're trying to keep the players together as possible, but as far apart as possible, because of what's going on in the world, in the country. So we're constantly having to change plans. It's as simple as that. It's never ever evolving sort of schedule. And that will change. At the minute, I've said to them they're in last week, and I've said probably you're not going to be in. But then that depends on. I'm not trying to mess them around. I know it's important, certainly for families, to understand where their loved one's going to be. And that's the plan at the minute, but then that could change again, just because, what if we need to train for 2 days before, 3 days before, 4 days before the Wigan game? That might be the case. You don't know what's happening this weekend, what's happening next week, etc. So they've got to be prepared to amend at late notice, I'm afraid.